Hey everybody, my name is Zach. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm making this because my family and I recently got back from a trip to Walt Disney World, and while we were planning that trip, we really could have benefited from a video like this, but we couldn't find one that answered the specific questions that we had. So I'm making this just in case any of you have found yourself in a similar situation to the one that we found ourselves in. So here was our predicament. When we were planning our trip, we wanted to spend 2 days at Epcot. Now, if you're familiar at all with the FastPasses and the tier system, you know that there are 3 rides that are under Tier 1, Soarin', Test Track, and Frozen Ever After. And you also know that you can only schedule one Tier 1 FastPass at a time before scheduling another Tier 1 FastPass. Now, all of these rides in Epcot under Tier 1 are very popular, and sometimes the FastPasses are a little difficult to get if you don't get them early. Now, we've been to Disney World before, but this is the first time that my kids met the height requirements for both Test Track and Soarin', so we really wanted them to get to experience that. So on one of the Epcot days, we booked Soarin' as our Tier 1 FastPass. But for the other day at Epcot, we were having trouble deciding which ride we should schedule for our Tier 1 FastPass, either Test Track or Frozen Ever After. Now, some people would just schedule one and hope that another FastPass would open up later, but the problem is we are a family of 6. It was me, my wife, my kids, and my wife's parents, so the chances of 6 FastPasses opening up are slim to none. And with small children, we really had no interest in standing who knows how long in a line to ride a ride. Now, when we were planning our meals, we found out that Akershus has a character breakfast and that they open up before Epcot opens. Now, if you're not familiar with Akershus, it's a table service restaurant right next to Frozen Ever After in the Norway Pavilion. So then we had an idea. What if we scheduled an early character breakfast at a time before Epcot even opened? Would we be able to eat and then go right out into the line for Frozen Ever After before the crowds got there? We asked around, we searched on YouTube, we looked for any information we could and couldn't find anything. So we booked a 7 o'clock breakfast for Akershus in hopes that we could get there before the park opens, enjoy a nice leisurely breakfast, meet all the princesses, and then step right out into the line for Frozen Ever After, hopefully before the crowds even got there. Well, did it work? Well, you can fast forward to the end if you want, but I documented the day just to give you a step-by-step of how the day actually went, and hopefully you guys will find it helpful. Hope you guys enjoy. Bus all to ourselves this morning. Who's ready for breakfast? The sticker that did the driver give you?
Olaf.
Olaf, where is it?
On my leg.
Let it show me. Olaf. It's Jessica pin trading for the first time with our bus driver.
Let's see. How does it work? Do you look at my pins too?
No, you give me whatever you want to give me.
Oh, okay.
Pick what you want, give me whatever you want.
We're on our way to Epcot now on the bus. There's Fisher. Getting some crazy blinker action. Some sweet moves. We're on the bus to Epcot right now. As you can see, the sun is just barely up. It's still kind of dark outside. In fact, Jessica's using her flash to provide us with some light. But we're very excited. We're on our way, and we're only people on the bus, our family. So we're going to be there a little early for breakfast. So hopefully it'll be a very easy morning. This is Edge. Probably going to wait a few years before we go there, let the crowds die down a little bit. We're approaching Epcot. Let's see. I saw a dingle hopper there it is right there. The fork.
The fork, oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a dingle hopper.
Sorry. That's the Disney vernacular, at least. All right.
Might be, I don't know.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Have a
good
fun
one.
day.
Just made my first pin trade. Got a dingle hopper. I'm going to bequeath it to Jessica there.
Thank you.
There you go. There's the family there. Nobody here right now, except for us. A couple people behind us. Nice, leisurely morning. Very few people here. I think it's gonna be very easy to get where we need to get. So, very excited. All right, we're in line for our breakfast reservation at Akershus. We're here during the Flower and Garden Festival, so lots of beautiful topiaries around. There's Spaceship Earth again. Virtually empty Epcot right now. It's amazing. Virtually no crowd. Oh hey, Daisy Duck topiary. Looking good, Daisy. Be a great time to get a good photo of Spaceship Earth without any people in it or just your family. Perfect time of day to do that. Best boy, Pluto. We're approaching everybody's favorite couple, Mickey and Minnie. Looking good, guys. Doing great, Donald. Officially entering the World Showcase. Just a few families ahead of us. Very low crowds. Very excited about this day. It's gonna be awesome. Los Tres Caballeros. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
First timers, welcome. We are.
So we are leaving Mexico, which means only one thing, that Norway is just around the river bend. Just around the river bend. Approaching Akershus. Gonna drop off our stroller and go have a little breakfast.
So, how old is the children?
7 and 4.
7 and 4. Perfect. So you're all checked in?
67 is the oldest one.
Thank you, sir.
So you're all checked in? So just wait until your name is.
And look how empty Norway is right now. Good job, son. Good job being responsible. Viking. Looks good and brown.
Storybook princess for family, fun, and this.
Good morning.
Hello. Hi, Coach. Can you come and give it to me?
Come on in, baby.
You look lovely.
Hey, buddy.
Lovely. Have some drinks. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Stella meeting Zell.
I think we should take a portrait to show Madam Ward of his home. Agree? Not that I know how to do it. Show us a princess one. It's a magical.
So we just left the Bell photo opportunity, meet and greet. We're now being seated at our table here at Akershus. It is just a little after 7, and I mean, there's barely anybody here. So this is the royal treatment, I have to say. The theming is really cool in here. Nice chandeliers and arches. Very cool. Looks like we're in a little Norwegian castle. It's just after 8 o'clock, and there's barely anybody here. Going to the buffet, still very few people. Fresh fruit spread. Some nice pastries, Mickey waffles.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Nice assortment of meats and cheeses. Oh, some lox. Awesome smoked salmon. Croissant. Stella, what are you eating? That, what is that? Oranges? Pineapples? So I went with some herring.
The hair is
Got
pretty
some
good.
smoked salmon, some Mickey waffles, some fruit, croissant, and some cheese. Looks good. Everybody got different things. Fran, you got some herring as well. How was it?
Good.
It was good.
Grateful Dead.
In addition to our breakfast, he also brought us a platter of bacon and sausage and hash browns. The princesses have officially arrived. There's Cinderella in pictures with the little princesses. And there's Aurora in her pink gown signing autographs. Glad she could wake up long enough to join us. And Snow White is in the building. Let's keep her away from the apples. And they're about to start the princess procession. Hey, Stella. You wanna go meet Ariel? Cool little book about the story behind Akershus. Awesome. I love the theming here. It's very cool. All right, so I just got out of our breakfast reservation at Akershus, and now I am in line for Frozen Ever After. It's immediately right outside the restaurant, and look at this. Virtually no queue. We do not have a FastPass for this, and we don't need one. This is awesome. Fisher, we're at the front of the line for Frozen Ever After.
We are?
Yeah. And guess what?
What?
You got food all over your face. And the queue is officially moving, and we're going directly into Frozen Ever After. Standby entrance time non-existent. Here we are inside of Frozen Ever After. We made it to Frozen Ever After with no line, no wait.
Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, I know you do.
Yeah, dude.
Also make a magic winter show with summer snow for spending me and you. We get to share this frozen fun for the first time and forever. As such defying me and breathe. Let it go, let it
You say let it go? You didn't. Why not? You were shy. I doubt that very much. So we just got off of Frozen Ever After, our first ride of the day. And the queue is not even out of the building yet. It's getting backed up pretty good inside, starting to wrap around a little bit, but right now the standby time is still only 15 minutes, so we're gonna go again. All right, here we go, getting into the boat for our second time in Frozen Ever After. Hey guys.
welcome to Elsa's Eyes.
Northern Lights.
When there's a good time to stay and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a
Happy snowman?
exactly.
When life gets rough, I like to hold on to my dream of relaxing.
Okay, so I'm out in the Norway Pavilion again, outside of Frozen Ever After. We just rode our second time, and now the standby time is 35 minutes. So line's starting to get a little longer. I'm glad we got in on that when we could. Get to ride twice. And honestly, we could ride again if we really wanted to. The standby time's only 35 minutes, but the line is moving pretty quickly. It's only to the door right now. And as you can see, there's only a few people trickling in. Thank you, brave sir. A good time was had. Stella, did you have fun at the princess breakfast? You did. Who was your favorite princess to see?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Every princess.
Every princess. What about the Frozen ride? Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah, you did? What was your favorite part of the Frozen ride?
When it went down. Every part.
Oh, okay, every part. Well, that was it. Everything kind of worked out the way we hoped that it would. We got up super early, got into Epcot before the park opened. Virtually no crowd. We enjoyed about an hour-long breakfast, got to meet the princesses, and then we stepped out practically right onto Frozen Ever After twice. Personally, I think it was worth it. The food was good. The traditional Norwegian food might not be for everybody, but personally, I thought it was delicious. There's also the Western options for people who aren't into herring and smoked salmon for breakfast. So if you found yourself in a similar situation to ours, I hope that this video has been helpful, and I hope that all of your questions have been answered. If you have any more questions or comments, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have fun.